Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. I'm AC Gamer, and we are here in DreadLands at the Yeti Cave, and I am here with a great group of really good people. We have Nonal03 joining us tonight.
Hello.
And tell us a little bit about the class and character that you're playing.
I am playing a rogue. He is a gnome, and he is level 36 currently. And yeah, I don't get to play him too much, but yeah, I like playing him. Good DPS.
The armor looks pretty cool. Is that a shade of like dark green, or am I imagining it?
It's black. It is a mix between the black ice and the raven scale, pretty much. It's a little bit of each.
I think the colors might be off of mine because I'm seeing a little bit of like dark green and some bluishes in there.
Well, the arms are green. Those are from is it arms or wrists?
It's all the same on a gnome.
Black ice sleeves.
Right, it blends in.
Yeah, it looks like it's all.
Keep the baby. And that right there, guys, is Chupa.
Hey, everybody.
And he's playing his shaman tonight. How's the experience go, man?
I am already 22% into level.
Nice. So once you got out of 40, it just started kind of flying by, right?
Fuck 40.
Yeah, 40 was pretty rough.
Sorry. Earmuffs, kids.
It's a late night edition. We have a few of these every once in a while.
Whenever I'm online.
It took me a long time to get through 40. That's with going to like Soul B and places. You guys are feel free to loot these things up before they run. This is good money down here.
Corpses Link did.
Oh yeah, well,
No, I need Manathong.
I think it's still playing. Is it still affecting you guys, or does it not work that way?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not affecting me anyway.
Oh, he's not in the group.
Ah, okay. And that is Cypher Deck, guys, who will be back hopefully shortly.
Yeah, he just said lag.
We also have Terrafina join us.
She's AFK.
That's well, you know. Half of our group is AFK.
I got like no mana.
If you want to siphon your life, I'll bind you up.
I'm eating. I'm eating.
Not backstabbing. He's very good.
They're actually not that tough, or at least not lately, anyways, with the group that we got. I'm always in the mood to bind wound, guys, just because I want to get it up past 200. Then you can go to 70% on the life, and I think that's going to be pretty nice to have that skill. And I have seen with Doom that if you don't practice your bind wound at every opportune time, you're going to be stuck at that.
Screwed.
I mean, somebody said he's at 199, right?
That's what he said. Yeah, he said that he's at 199. Yeah, I always make fun of him though because Soju's he was 200 at level 42, I think. He reached 200.
Yeah, but you were doing that because you actually solo a lot with that guy, right?
I just jumped in the lava, bro.
Oh, so you just went over there for an afternoon? Kind of watched a movie on the side or something?
Pretty much. Netflix.
I think that he or my warrior has been at 199 for like 3 months, dude. Well, and I don't play him that often, but it's been forever that he's been 199.
You don't have a warrior.
I do have a warrior.
It's a ranger.
I have 2 warriors.
Now, you think that's because
right.
you solo a lot, or because you're grouping too much, right?
Yeah, I group all the time on him. I never solo with him. I used to. When I used to bind wound all the time. I used to solo in Soul A, like in my 30s and 40s.
So I guess the key is to solo a little bit up into the 40s, and then you can max it out, and then from then on, like, it's not really a big thing anymore.
Lava is your friend.
If you want to do it, you know, like at the, I guess, you know, kind of going back and having to sit there for a while, but if you want to do it naturally, a little bit of solo.
Lava storm, seriously. I just jumped in a pool of lava and took a few hits. Did the whole spaz thing, right? And healed.
I do have that.
Is there a mage? There's a mage or something up there.
He's camping the spot to the left.
Oh, okay.
It looked like Cypher was back.
He said the camp's ours, so you can pull from that camp now.
Oh, sweet.
He's a gnome.
Hey, Tina, if you're back, can you give this young gnome here a So please, ma'am. Thank you.
Toss Cypher and
Pop slip, I got one here.
Alright, I'm coming back.
Quartz is already in the group.
Oh, okay. Didn't even notice.
Oh, the spell graphics are so small and cute on gnomes.
Like Tinkerbell.
I wouldn't go
My
that
kids
cute.
are going completely apeshit upstairs.
Are you pulling two of these, or what's going on here?
Yeah, they were pops.
Well, I mean, where's our warrior at?
I'm coming back. I was pulling from outside.
Don't need to worry, man.
We kill so quick in there sometimes, you know, we can pull from out here.
I don't know. Here's a rogue looking for group. Oh, 37. That might be. I think that's what I was when I was. Or no, I was 47. So 37 would work. I can't do math either.
Aren't you 36 right now?
Yeah. I was thinking 47 was my necro.
Yeah, with your necro. A little too low. Oh, you got another one coming?
Oh, it even has a fungi too. Yeah, there's a lot outside. There's like 3 or 4 of them roaming around out there.
Well, now that we know you have a fungi, we don't want you.
Only one funky per group.
If he was any other class, I'd be like, why is he looking for a group with a fungi? But I think Nano
At this level, yeah.
I think Nano had a little bit of that experience over in City of Mist when he was there with his necromancer. They're like, why are you looking for a group, man? Sometimes you just want to be in a group.
I just throw whoever in the group once in a group, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, except for Seb. It doesn't work in Seb like that.
It does if you're going to like ABC and you got like a good core group there, but if you're gonna go down to like the king room, yeah, you're gonna have to need a certain group of people.
You got AFK, guys. I'm gonna sit right here in this corner.
Alright, we got this.
I hope.
Yeah, you gotta always have a cleric pull.
You know, I did that in ABC because ABC is so easy. Just it's not quite like I'm gonna compare it to CE. CE is a little bit more difficult because it's fast paced. You gotta have the DPS to keep that thing going. Of course, you gotta have a rogue to get in there in the first place, but Disco's a little bit harder to break. But with a Noddle in the group, I mean, it's so easy, so quick and painless.
That 5 spawn in ABC is pretty tough to break, man. Without some kind of a, you know, law or whatever.
I mean, you seem to do pretty good with it now that you figured out what the secret is.
Yeah, isn't yours like an AE wall on your quirk? Like, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Which is really nice considering that it seems like it. I've
Well,
never had it work this way.
Unless you have a critical fail on all of them.
But that's
And it's really bad.
yeah, but that's gonna say if like the person you cast it on is the lowest level of the group, I've never seen it fail on one of them and succeed on somebody else. So you either get everybody or you don't get anybody. Which is cool because, like I said, you can cast it on the lowest level person in that chain, and hopefully it goes to the higher levels as well.
Go.
But I don't have good charisma on my cleric. I actually have items. I think he's wearing a pair of gloves right now that add a negative charisma, so his thing is about 50-50. Now, do you have a favorite room inside, Seb? With your, with any of your guys, Bard, Warrior?
I don't get it very often. Get the group very often, but CE would be my favorite if I could get it. But I probably do Disco more than anything, to be honest. And I like Disco.
Yeah, Disco has good money, good experience. Actually, better experience than CE does.
Yeah, but I'd like to do CE more. It's fun.
Great items in there.
I get frustrated if I'm in a group with a monk and they're pulling CE because they, you know, after a while you don't have to pull nothing or split nothing, but, you know, flopping, splitting is slower than lawing, so I get frustrated down there with a monk.
You know, they're working towards their strengths, and not everybody has lulls and mezzes and everything else under the sun like a bard does, which is why I love having them in the group, because they can do so much and make things... Literally, as a cleric with a bard in the group, if they're doing what they're supposed to, you can just sit back and go to sleep. You don't even have to be there.
It's so weird, that zone, like, quite literally, a bard's the best puller in the whole zone until you get the king, and then they're like, you know, not worthless, but a monk just owns them. You know what I mean, down there.
It's because you don't pull everything down there. Like, they spawn way too fast, and nobody actually goes to where the king spawns. Which, I kind of wonder why. Maybe it's because they're too fast spawning down there, right? There's just too many roamers.
I think there's what 3 in that thing, and then 2 roamers besides that, so 5 mobs. I don't know.
It's pretty tough to take more than 2 or 3 mobs of those types and those levels at level 60.
Yeah, they're tough. That's for sure.
We've been down there with some really good enchanters. We've been down there with some really good pullers and tanks, and even they've gotten their face wrecked.
Oh, you switched on me.
Oh yeah, because I thought they get the other one rooted. Back this one
good.
up.
I think I snared that other one, so that's why he hates me.
What weapons are you using?
The locust lure and the dooming serrated bone dirt.
So you haven't gotten a blood point yet?
No.
Is that on your list of things that you want to get, or are you kind of thinking about maybe just going straight for the epic?
If I ever get past level 40, I might worry about it. Right now, I think everything this guy has is fine until I get past 40. He's got 140 strength isn't great, but he's got good strength gear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Well, you're a gnome. You're not going to have the greatest strength in the world. Have you gotten your mask yet for your Dark Elf?
Oh, yeah.
There's a few other ones out there, right? Or is that only for the bards and the enchanters?
The Uridite one is for both, and the Ixar one's for both. And then, of course, the, what is it? What's the one I was just... Oh, the High Elf, the hard one, I think, is for both also.
Where's the High Elf one drop? That would be interesting.
It's like a side quest from the Rogue Epic or something like that. You have to, like, do part of the Rogue Epic to spawn a mob that has a chance to drop it.
I would love to get that for my rogue, just because it would be interesting to see a high elf stabbing people in the back.
I've seen it. I've seen it before, where people have it. This thing loves me.
I think the lizard, though, is the one I've heard is somewhat the most worthless, just because you can't really get into that town with it, because when you zone, you lose your illusion, and on the other side, there's guards there, so once you're in, you're pretty much dead.
It's just for cosmetics or whatever. Or, for fun, fashion, whatever. It's for fun.
At least the Dark Elf one gives you something. You get that Dark Elf vision. Get a little taller if you're a small race.
I don't think you get regen or anything for the Ixar. You'd get the height.
Yeah. No, I think the only ones who get the actual effects of turning into that class are the enchanters.
But I've seen rogues that have the Ixar hide mask, and you almost think they're monks until they start, you know what I mean, fighting or whatever.
Right, because they're not doing the kicking.
Yeah. They're like, oh, they're stabbing, they're not punching.
Although I think the best time I ever had was when we had a GM come by. I think it was Sirkin, actually, that came by and turned my my monk into a gnome. It's the cutest little thing ever to see a gnome wearing Black Panther armor and trying to do the flying kick. Unfortunately, they never programmed a flying kick into the gnome ability or the gnome animation because they didn't think you'd ever be a monk as a gnome. And so you really can't do that kick, but, oh man, that would have been so classic if you could. That would have been amazing. I normally don't wish for certain classes to be certain, or certain races to be certain classes, but I think a gnome as a monk would have to be my pick out of all of them.
Probably on live you can be one, if I had to guess.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, so many things on live. They basically made it where none of the races had anything unique. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing, because there's definitely people out there, like I was just saying with mine, that's my pick. But that's not what, classic Everquest had in mind when they made it.
Peridot. Do we have a cleric over here? Got a cleric?
My cleric is over here in case anybody dies, but...
Got a Peridot.
Sell it? Good money. Oh, we got 3 incoming, guys. 3 incoming.
Sweet. It's like for AFK.
And probably the room is going to respawn here in a second. Well, I pulled 2 and 1 popped along the ways. Here they come.
I got my assist button ready. Let's do it.
I think Choops is AFK too.
Yeah, that'll be alright. Are we rooting or anything?
If you guys can, yeah.
I can't. Sorry.
I might die here.
Oh my gosh! Don't die! I can try to get the other one off of you.
No, this one's down to 3%.
That's not what her die either. You might want to regen just for a second. Oh, she healed you. Never mind. I wonder if that Swifties that was looking for group is that Swifty monk or whatever from Blackheart Pirates. All his characters are named Swifty something.
Could be.
He had a monk and a shaman. Level 60 shaman after he had his monk.
I still have my Necro in Blackheart Pirates. I never see anybody talk on it. Which kind of adds to the overall like solo experience that I'm going for on that tune.
Backstab just went up. That's weird.
Let me buy a wound for a second.
Okay.
You're still attacking it?
Yeah, let's see if I can backstab it. Do the little backstab trick. Blah. Oh, maybe not that time. I had one in.
Wow, look at that. Killed that thing pretty fast.
Nice, crippling blow, dude. 62.
Who's that, me?
Yeah. That's you. That's a pretty good hit.
This guy's a beast, man. I love him. I love, oh man, here
Pop.
we go.
I poked him in the booty.
As far as pure direct, you know, unadulterated tankage goes, this is by far the best tune I've ever had for it. And of course, that should go without saying. He's a warrior. But my only experience as a tank has been a Shadow Knight. And seeing the difference as a cleric is very, very different as actually being the warrior. It's a different feeling altogether. Like, I'm not too worried even when my life is down. Because I know as soon as it goes below 40, he gets even stronger. He does even more damage.
Just hit that thing for 86, dude. Well, 91, but it said crippling blow 86. Yeah, you're hitting stuff hard. You got Choop's buffs?
No, just,
What the hell, man?
well, I think he's AFK at the moment. I got Spirit of Wolf, I got Shifting Shields, and, Talisman.
You should have strength.
Listen
and
here,
dex.
knee-high.
Dude, Dex. What the
You need to
hell?
fucking chill.
He had been keeping me up on the bus, though, when he was here, at least,
What
so.
fucking shaman are you, dude? Jesus
The
Christ.
kind that melees?
Oh, yeah. Let me see how you are.
Nah, I do gotta give him a full line of buffs. I haven't
You're one
buffed
of
him in a while.
You're one of these shamans. I don't buff.
He was
wouldn't
taking
go that
like
far.
2 or 3 mobs at once without losing any life.
I tank, man. I don't know about you, but I tank.
Pretty decently, too.
What's that got to do with buffs? Buff and tank.
Don't need to tank his ass. Or I don't need to buff his ass, rather. There you go. That's what it is.
They ain't doing nothing with his ass. I'm just saying.
Well, there's so much to go around, guys. Come on.
Alright, stay still, Slick. I'm gonna go ahead and buff you right now while I'm at it.
I mean, I'll stay still in the room, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I gotta work out some of these thigh muscles, man.
Thank you, Fine Master.
Was Bushido on today? Was he able to still play and everything? He's not having problems?
Haven't seen him on.
Last I read on Skype, something about his power being out.
Oh.
That was yesterday, yeah. Yeah. Power was out yesterday.
But there's some bad storms going around. Thum was saying he got hit by, you know, a bad storm today, so he had to head on home. We were supposed to get rain, but we never got any. I guess it's that time of the year. When's hurricane season start? Is it already going?
Hurricane season.
August is when it ramps up.
Pump.
Don't tell me you guys don't have hurricanes where you're at.
Ohio? No.
Sometimes.
No. Ohio might get the stray tornado here and there. That's about it.
We don't have much water. Well, Lake Erie, but
We've gotten tropical storms where I live.
tropical storms in freaking New England? I don't think so.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes hurricanes hit. They usually ride the seaboard, but
Is there like lobsters all over the ground when the water goes back down?
Yes, that's where your lobster comes from.
What an asshole.
It's like cranberries.
Asshole.
That would be sweet.
Stand by, AC. I'm gonna give
I
you-
lost my garage, but I got 55 lobsters.
Wait, I don't think that works out quite well on the math, though.
No, I don't think so.
Unless the lobsters are worth a lot more than I think they are.
They're like
You,
$20 a pound, man.
You able to pull that one room? The gnome left?
Yeah, I was, but my life's a little low lately, so.
Oh, well, yeah. Let me take care of that.
If he had some buffs, Chupa, he could fucking do it.
He's fucking buff. Shut your mouth.
That's what he's trying to say nicely.
Are you
He's
recording?
nicer than me.
Yeah, I did start
No.
another one.
Hello, childrens.
This is why nobody wants to be around Nile.
Do as I say, not as I do.
That's Chupa being rude. I'm being nice. Hey, there's a Shadow Knight.
No, you're being a smart ass.
I thought that guy was a rogue. Now he's a Shadow Knight?
You said he had a lot of them, right?
No. I mean, he said like a little bit ago, 37 rogue looking for group. And then his same name, 37 Shadow Knight looking for group.
Maybe he's on the same tune, but he's saying for his other guy, in case nobody wanted his rogue. Go ahead and grab him if you guys want. We've got a space open. Although Thum said he's going to be back here maybe later tonight, so we're kind of hoping to keep a spot open for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if he's, like, not sure what class he is.
What he is. I'll be whatever you guys want me to be for the right price.
If he's got a fungi, he could pretend to be a Shadow Knight.
With the fungi on a Shadow Knight, he should be able to solo somewhat. Maybe-
Fear Kite.
If he has a
yeah,
fungi,
you can fear kite, but
I'm just
when
saying,
you get to a certain level, man, the fungi helps, but it's really slow, and 40s is when it really gets slow.
yeah, but with the right gear on a Shadow Knight, you can solo with them. And if he has a fungi, chances are he has that gear too.
Because I have with Draxus, I had the fungi on him for a little while, and even then, it's pretty slow going, man. All right, you guys will be around for a bit still, or are you guys leaving anytime soon?
No, we'll be here for. I mean, I am anyways.
All right, well, I'm gonna sit right chill. I'm gonna put Tina actually on follow.
Can't follow
I
if
got
you're
you on
sitting, dude.
Follow. I'm not sitting.
You just said sit.
Can we do something about this guy?
You got 2 income, I guess. 2 income. 1 pop.
Please.
Don't worry, we'll kick you out of the group before we report.
You gonna do what?
Huh?
So quiet now. I love it.
Oh, did the kids go to bed?
No, I kicked. No,
Yeah, the big kid went to bed.
Oh my
asshole.
god.
Oh my god. You're so bad, sir.
That wasn't me. That was all Choops right
All
there.
right, let me slow these two real quick, and I gotta.
The one's dead.
Well, then let me slow this one. Then Noddle. Look at that. There's another one. Look,
You
see,
can slow
two.
if you want to slow the other one, go ahead.
Man, look how fast these things are dying with a rogue in the group.
That's right, baby. It's the Bard song, man. It's the Bard song. I'm giving all the props to chords.
Sure as fuck ain't my buffs.
Oh, I do have some buffs from you. I have 1 buff from you.
Haste?
That's all you need.
Or is that Terra's buff?
If you got haste on you.
No, he didn't give me haste.
Sure, I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, well then, fine. You won't get it anyways.
I have
Gutterland's getting haste.
I have Bard haste.
Why, they both stack though.
Oh, now I have haste. He didn't have it on me before.
I gave you haste before, so I'm refreshing it now.
I do have strength, though. Thank you.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
I like strengths.
I don't like
I'm at 172 strength now.
Yeah, look at that muscles.
Yeah, baby.
All right, seriously, I'm gonna order some dinner real quick for me and the wife.
You're right.
Nothing for the kids?
I'm lazy, so they already ate. They're on their way to bed.
Oh.
Nah, we gotta pop.
My kid's
it
running-
Pool.
My kid's freaking on the regiment, man.
Summer vacation, man. You're supposed to let them stay out till like 3 in the morning and sleep all day. And
You go have children, do what the hell you want with your kids.
Just
Don't
kidding.
worry about mine.
that's what my brother's doing, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, I don't know how they handle it.
So my neighbor's like, oh, well, because they have like I think she's 3. Dude, that kid's out till like 10, 11 o'clock at night, like outside.
The 3-year-old?
Yeah.
By herself or like
And
with the
she-
parents?
Well, no, in the backyard, right? And I'm like, damn, that kid's still out there. And she sees me out there sometimes if I'm working on something, like at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And she goes, oh, where's Victoria? Where's Sophia? I'm like, sleeping? And she gives me this dirty look.
Yeah,
I'm
your
like-
kids are gonna be the weird kids that go to bed when the sun's still up, dude, on the block.
Yep. And that's fine. They can, yep, they'll be able to take it. It's fine. I can't be having my kids be out of line, man. I can't stand for that one bit. No. We have them on a routine for a reason.
Yeah, we were always able to stay up as late as we wanted, just mainly, I think, to do with the fact that we kind of were, like, theater people. And, the movies didn't get out till late. Sometimes we went to work with our parents and that kind of thing.
Family
but
business, I can see that, yeah, but nah, we don't.
We just got,
Yeah.
I think that's probably why I'm used to not sleeping very much, because I just got used to it as a kid of always being awake.
That's my paradox there, Tara.
Nope,
All right, legit. I am
it's mine.
AFK right now.
Yeah, man. We'll get some Chinese
She
food.
said that 3 times now.
You just want to make sure the people know.
Make sure you guys are good, man. Shut the.
Stop bitching, Donald.
I just said it 3 times. Dude, I had 156 backstab.
Wow.
Pretty sexy.
Oh, I have a 445 nuke.
Call that Shadow Knight over here. Is he still? Oh no, wait, never mind. That's the same thing. I thought he was spamming. What is it? What kind of nuke you have?
445.
It's not bad, I guess. Can I be a dog? Please? Can I be a doggy?
You want to be a dog?
Yeah.
I don't even want to fathom what that says about you.
I was going to say, it's the only time a man asks a woman that.
I won't hump your leg, I promise.
You want a leash too?
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, I guess. People wear leashes sometimes.
Well, I'll
Be a
just
dog.
put it on you. I won't actually do anything with it.
It's very educational for people at home right now.
There's actually people like businessmen that hire women to do that during lunch breaks. You know what I mean?
Why only during the lunch break?
Yeah, it's the only time they have
So they
time?
can go back. So they can go back to work and scream at people. You know what I mean? Stocks, more stocks, something like that.
Why does that
You know
make
what
me
I'm
think of like a cartoon? I'm pretty sure people work in the stock department.
Hey, I'm a wolf now.
I want more money.
Thank you. Oh, Gun didn't get to be a wolf. Oh well.
Oh, Doug wasn't here.
I don't like the wolf thing very much on this guy.
I like the attack. That's why I like it. I'm a rogue, man. I do everything I can to poke things faster and harder.
It makes this guy too small.
Yeah, you don't want to be too small.
Well, it's kind of uncomfortable though. Like, all that lard and all that muscle crammed into a little tiny wolf's body. And by the time I get back out, I can barely breathe,
That's true.
I was gonna make a joke about wanting like, what was that one dog chow, the Purina, or the one that starts with a P?
Meow mix? Meow, 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 meow. Wait, we're dogs.
Oh,
Purina?
I
Is
think it's
P?
something like, yeah, I think it's something like that. But
Pedigree?
Pedigree? It might be that one,
Pedigree's-
actually.
Pedigree's P?
I don't have a dog, but you see it every once in a while in the store.
What about the commercial? Because I mean, other than it beginning with a P.
No, I was just gonna say because you get turned into a dog, so you kind of be craving that afterwards.
What?
and the mukbang?
It's supposed to help with their teeth, though, right? The mug bone.
Good boy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like brushing their teeth for a dog. Eating a milk bun.
I did hear something a while back that I was not aware of, but then I don't own a dog. You're not supposed to feed them chocolate.
Yeah, dude.
You can't feed cats chocolate either.
There's a chemical in the chocolate that makes them sick.
Yeah, it's poisonous to them.
You can't give them antifreeze either, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, gee, Donald, do you drink antifreeze
Do you
often?
drink antifreeze? It explains a lot.
At least with the chocolate, people actually eat that. I don't know about the
Oh,
antifreeze
man.
thing.
You can't feed them poison. You can't feed them rat poison. Dynamite is off the table lately. I don't know why. Fucking Noddle, man.
Gunpowder might
like
might not be very good, especially if you make them swallow fire.
That's like the thing to get rid of stray cats. I don't know. I'm Midwest Ohio, dude. You always set out a saucer of antifreeze to get rid of stray cats. Is what they
You're
say.
so...
Holy
goodness.
shit!
Where are you guys?
Some reason they love to drink it. Like,
Where are you guys getting antifreeze
It's
that easy?
sweet.
out of a jug?
From the store?
Antifreeze?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same
You
stuff
need
that
a-
goes in there for your AC, or am I thinking of the wrong stuff?
Car.
You need it.
Freon,
Yeah, you
bro.
need it.
Oh, Freon. There you go.
Antifreeze stuff.
You can get that at every corner. Man.
It's one of the things you use to weatherize a car.
Oh man, that seems pretty cruel to the animal, though.
Well, I did say I did it. I'm just
Yeah.
actually when okay, don't judge me for this because it wasn't me, but my friend lived out on a farm and they had so many stray cats. They'd actually get like diseased, like you know what I mean. They'd like look like zombie cats walking around. You know what I mean. And one day I was out there and he like he's like, oh, there's one and it was sick. You could see it was sick. You know, it was almost foaming or something. But he pulled a gun out. We were on the porch. He pulled the gun out and shot it. And he's like, what the heck are you doing? He's like, oh, I'll just throw it on the cat pile. He had a cat pile, man. Like a pile of dead cats.
It's a different thing when you live on a farm, though, man. I mean, sometimes putting down an animal is what you got to do.
Is this
Yeah,
guy in death row now?
No. But I mean, like, serious. They would just breed and breed. You know what I mean? Like
Well, that's what they do.
brothers and sisters and stuff.
That's why there are like organizations that go out to capture feral cats and sterilize them so that they
Yeah.
don't keep reproducing because they'll
Yeah.
just keep reproducing. That's
Yeah.
what they do.
And people would the problem they had is people would drop them off there. You know what I mean? Like drive by and drop off their cats. Like, oh, there's a barn. They'll be happy there catching
And
place.
well, one of the things that makes it a problem is that cats, a lot of their diseases are very contagious, and so you
Yeah,
know
the
that
UPI
that doesn't do very well for people who have pet cats that like to go out and stuff.
Yeah. The goopy-eyed cat, you know what I'm talking about? The one that looks like they have boogers in their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty gross. Okay, this is a weird conversation, guys. Sorry about that.
I was just thinking about the dropping the cats off at the barn area. I'm like, you're probably right. That probably would, for most owners, be like, oh, this is a perfect place. There's rats out there. They can kind of help them out, and they live out in the country. But then at the same time, like the owners of those farms are like, why are these cats showing up all over the place? Why do we have like 60 of them?
What's wrong with cords? That's what I want to know.
Is he running around in circles again? He was doing that earlier.
That's a dog, though. So that's weird. Yeah, he was doing that on in Tower Frozen Shadow, in the little room, running around in circles.
Spices things up for him.
Spicy.
And since Choops is ordering something, we got to take bets. What do you think he's ordering, man?
Ordering?
Yeah, he's ordering some food. I'm gonna go with Chinese food, dude.
No. Well, maybe. Do they deliver Chinese food?
I don't know.
Some places do.
They do
I'll
over
go-
here.
I'll go with Jimmy John's, because that just sounds cool. You guys have Jimmy John's?
What is
No.
it? Hamburger, hot dog, what?
Subs.
So,
But that's how they gotta say, like, Jimmy John's. They gotta say it really fast because they're like supposed to be your super fast delivery. So maybe he doesn't have Jimmy John's and I would lose automatically.
What do you think, Tara? What do you think he's ordering?
I don't even know what he likes to eat, to be honest.
Barbecue.
Food.
I know he loves barbecue.
Can't get barbecue on the phone.
I don't
can
think
you?
so. I don't know. We don't even have barbecue delivery here in Texas. So.
I was gonna say, what barbecue delivery place is there in the world?
Although that's a great idea. I don't know why somebody hasn't thought of that one already.
There probably is somewhere. I mean, you know.
It's not in Texas. Where else could it be?
I hate
He
to
doesn't
say
live-
that. I hate to
Oh,
say
yeah,
that,
he
but I
does.
mean, there's probably somebody out here that does it. I've never heard of anybody that has, and I've lived here my whole life. So if they do it, it's a kind of a best kept secret.
Doom said he was getting on in 20 minutes, 7 minutes ago, or 15 minutes ago ish.
Oh, nice. Might be able to head on over to TOV or Tower of Frozen Shadows.
Oh, I thought you said TOV. I was like,
TOV,
what?
another.
Just because he did.
Who made that same
What
mistake
the
earlier?
fuck?
He was like,
What are
yeah,
we going to TOV
we
for?
should go to TOV. He's like, we could do it one group there.
What?
Like, no, probably not. It probably won't work out too well for us.
It's not like AC has never raided there, you know?
Just a few times.
And you guys still gonna be there for a while, you said?
Yeah.
What'd you get? What'd you order? What'd you order? What'd you order?
We
all wanna know.
You think best, man?
Pizza Hut.
Oh, I almost said that.
You should have said that. You would have won whatever you guys were giving out. Like probably some druid berries or something.
There's no prize.
Poop sacks? No poop sacks?
There's nothing.
Okay.
Just bragging rights, I guess.
AC is giving away a fungi. You
Yeah,
lost
but
it.
you guys lost
Is
on
he?
that one.
Forge a mushroom or something? What
do
did
you guys have Jimmy Jones? Because I guess Jimmy Jones.
Yeah, we do.
Oh damn. Okay.
Just not in the mood for it.
That was my guess.
But yeah, I gotta take care of some stuff outside and then we'll go pick it up. So it
it's
might
not
be a
delivery,
while.
huh?
No, it's literally just up the road, so it's easier for me just to go pick it up.
Your wife's making you pick it up, isn't she?
No.
Oh. How do you make your kids go to bed and go get takeout food, man? What's up with that?
That way they can smell it while they're sleeping. Beautiful dreams of Pizza Hut.
A 6-pack of beer and a bottle of wine too.
I don't think they're that aged just yet.
I meant for them too, while their kids are asleep.
You shouldn't really mix that, right? No, beer and wine together doesn't really turn out very well for
I
you.
was thinking maybe, one of them could have beer and one of them could have wine.
Wine for the lady, beer for the sir.
There's probably some women out there that would go reverse on that one.
I don't mind wine, to be honest, as long as it's not super sweet. I don't like sweet wine.
Go with the dry.
Yeah, I like the well. I want a medium. I don't want it to be super dry either. So medium, yeah, medium.
I have no idea what would go good with the pizza when it comes to wine. I don't think you get that many.
I've seen people eat it with white wine.
Probably the one that comes out of a box, right?
The pizza that comes out of a box.
No.
Dude, most pizzas when you pick them up, they have a box.
It's not
like a lid.
It's not delivery, man. It's just DiGiorno.
Oh wait, you mean wine out of a box?
Like the real cheap one.
Like the powdered wine that you mix water with.
I've never seen that. But that's
What?
interesting that they got it. That's actually kind of cool.
Yep. They've got,
Are you serious?
yeah, they've got powdered wine.
That can't be a real thing.
I know they were making powdered alcohol a long time ago. They were trying to get it passed here in the United States. They had already made it, but they're just going through the regulation. It's supposed to be tasteless, and you could actually mix it in with your food. So you could have basically a couple shots of whatever mixed in with your food over lunch. And they were worried that people would abuse it and maybe OD on it because it was so potent and tasteless.
I mean,
yeah.
you could probably do that with cocaine too, really. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, but you're basically taking something that already exists and making it even more potent than it was before and putting that out in the market. So I think that's what they were trying to get over the hurdle. I don't know if they ever actually got it passed or not. But the wine one, I mean, that's supposedly supposed to have some taste to it, right? If you're saying that you mix water with it.
Like Crystal Light for wine, right? Kind of.
Yeah, right.
Oh, why would you not want to taste the wine?
I don't know. The other one you're not supposed to be able to taste because you're supposed to be able to mix it with your food.
No tulip pops. Eric's gonna get killed. Killed it. What do you want wine flavoring added to though? I don't understand. I mean, are you just thinking the alcohol? Is that what you're saying? Like
No. The other ones are supposed to be like tequila or Jack Daniels. It's supposed to be like the hard alcohol without any flavor that you put on your food. The wine one, you know, like you're saying, you're just gonna add water and drink it like you normally would.
So it's pretty much like a powdered alcohol, like 10% alcohol or something like that.
The powdered one?
Probably.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it was a lot higher than that though.
So you're gonna have like people snorting it and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it
Like,
said some people were putting
Probably
it
like
in their eyes or whatever to
30%
absorb it.
alcohol or something.
Yeah, or you know how people are, they'll put it in their other places. You know what I'm saying?
Again, that's what their regulation was that they were trying to see if they could get passed, and I never heard anything more about it after I read that article. That was maybe a couple years ago.
It's crazy. I don't see that becoming a thing. I'm sure it exists already somewhere, but it's probably something you have to order through the mail from Amsterdam or something. You know what I mean, or something weird like that.
I don't see a problem with anything like that. It comes down to personal decisions, and you can't really regulate a person's decision on if they're going to be stupid about something or not. You put the warnings on the label, and you try to educate people as much as possible about the dangers of doing something that it's not intended for, and then you have to let the cards kind of fall where they may, I guess. At least in my opinion.
Talking about cigarettes?
Well, no, or with this one, you know, where like I said, they were trying
Yeah. You just gotta find a way to tax the shit out of it. I mean, and then they'll be happy about it. They'll be fine. Go kill yourselves, because we're making our 25% tax. You know what I mean, or whatever it is they throw on it.
The cigarette thing, though, like my dad grew up at a different time and era when those were actually promoted as being good for you. I see that with some of the other new drugs that are kind of coming out in the market. One in particular I don't want to really mention, but you know, they say they're cure-alls, they help indigestion, blah, blah, blah. And then they wonder why people get addicted to it after the fact when they have all that stuff in it. And all the doctors were coming out saying all this great stuff about it. I got to give my dad a lot of credit, because when he went into the hospital and he got sick for the very first time with a heart attack, well, the doctor that he talked to was the very first doctor who ever told him that he shouldn't be smoking, and he stopped cold turkey right after that. And I see all these commercials online, you know, about, oh, you know, if you need help stopping, we got the gums, we got the patches. Like, that doesn't seem like an easy thing to do for a lot of people. And for him to be able to just stop, that's, you know, that's a lot of willpower that I probably wouldn't have myself.
It's so funny how now that's what they say about pot. That it's like a cure-all.
That's the one I wasn't going to mention.
It could even cure cancer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, maybe it has a little bit of truth to it. Maybe it doesn't, but it just kind of reminds me of the cigarettes in a lot of ways, because they were the exact same thing for a different generation. And then you find out down the road, it also does all this really nasty stuff. And, you know, there's going to be people who make the argument the cigarettes themselves don't do that. It's what the cigarette companies add into it to make it smoke faster and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it's true that a lot of that stuff makes it even worse, but in the end, the people who were smoking it weren't really told any of that.
It was highly fashionable back then. You know what I mean? Like, my mom had, you know, passed away from a stroke, and she smoked from the age of like 14 to she was 57, 58, I think. You know what I mean? But she smoked her whole life. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But back when she was a kid, it was the cool
everybody
thing.
did.
You know, everybody did it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I remember growing up at the movie theater, and we had cigarette ashtrays everywhere. Like, there was a thing. Nowadays, if you smoke cigarettes, you are not only ostracized, but you're like pushed off of the deep end of a building, thrown over the ledge into a landfill, and pushed out into the middle of the sea before you're allowed to smoke anywhere near anybody.
I think that depends where you live too, because where I live, a lot of people smoke.
And the
Like,
businesses,
a lot.
the businesses is accepted and everything. They have like ashtrays and smoking sections. Because I saw something on like.
Well, no, you're still not allowed to smoke indoors, but you don't. I don't really see people judging others for smoking. Like, even on the college campus, there was like smoking areas, I think. Because I'd see people out there smoking, nobody give them a hard time about it.
There's still a lot of people that do smoke. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
for real.
Has to be. Those people are still in business. I know they're selling a lot of their cigarettes overseas now.
But I mean, everybody knows it's bad for them. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
it
they
doesn't
do.
stop them. It doesn't stop them, is what I'm saying. And
Right.
there's a lot of people that smoke.
Yeah, it wasn't always the case, though.
My dad tried a couple of times to quit, but the nicotine patch would always fall off of him.
That's one way of saying it.
He'd stick your patches or something.
No, it would literally just fall off of him. It wouldn't stay on.
It'd be like duct taping it on.
It's the same with like bandages.
Computer or something, you know what I mean? You're at work. You might be sitting there that long anyway. I don't know. I've never had a job like that. So
that was my job on the last one. Is I sat in the office chair for like 8 hours a day, and I answered phones and did stuff on the computer. So and then I went home and did the exact same thing.
yeah, yeah. I had a brother that worked for Best Buy, and he had a cubicle. You know what I mean? And I always thought it was funny that every sitcom kind of showed cubicles, and I never really worked in one. You know what I mean? I kind of like grew up thinking, man, I wonder if I'd want to work in a cubicle. But then when I went and saw where he worked, I was like, this doesn't look as cool as I thought it was on TV. You know what I mean?
Cool. I mean, have you ever watched Office Space?
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing cool about a cubicle.
Office, you know, I watched The Office. You know, where they put each other's stuff in Jell-O and stuff like that.
That's just like watching one of those cop shows and then actually becoming a cop and be like, where's all the cop chases? Why don't I get to bust the bad guy and make really cool quips right before I get him? Like, you know, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You're actually out there, you know, risking your life and doing, like, the dirty work that you don't ever see on these shows. Yeah, ain't nothing good about being in a cubicle.
The only cool thing about where he worked was, what was that? What was the movie with Vince Vaughn and the other guy where they went for Google and worked for Google? You know how they had like all the
interns?
Yeah. I mean, the Best Buy headquarters was not quite that much, but they definitely had like video game places set up and a pool table, and they had a coffee bar or whatever. You know, like a. It was their own coffee shop, but it was like a
like employee area.
Yeah, it was an employee area, but it was like a
food
coffee
court?
shop.
Yeah, a little food court.
Yeah, and you know, you just on your account you got whatever you wanted, you know what I mean, or you were allotted so much, I think he said, and if you went over, then you were charged for it. But I mean, you know, they had those. They didn't have nesting or napping pods or whatever like on that show. I mean,
I don't even know if Google has those things, but it looks beautiful.
That would be my ideal job if I could find a job with a napping pod, dude. That would be.
That seems like a job that they don't care what you do during the day as long as you get the job done, and I like jobs like that. Just like, leave me to do my thing. If I can get it done in 10 minutes and have the rest of the day off, then so be it. Because I'm doing the job that you would normally pay like 2 other people to do anyways.
Yeah, that's not the real world, though, for the most part.
No.
Real world's like, oh, you can get that done in 10 minets, I'll give you 5 other jobs.
Exactly, yeah. But the Google one, that's the only time you'd have time to take a nap is if they were doing that for you.
Yeah. I guess.
Maybe you gotta rest your brain because you're so smart.
Well, no wonder I don't have that kind of job.
Right, neither do I.
What do you think, Erica? Tara?
About what?
Never mind. I set myself up and you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, the only...
Guys talking about work and I zoned out.
Yeah.
It's like I do at work sometimes.
Well, see, a napping pod would be great for you then.
Right, that'd be perfect for everybody. Now, the only type of job that I get is the one where people steal your food that's in the fridge.
Oh, wait, you don't even eat real food. I mean,
no. So it didn't happen to me. A friend of mine who worked there had his food getting stolen all the time. Everybody else got their food stolen all the time in there anyways, but he took it personal. And he wanted to catch the guy who did it, so on his sandwich he put a whole bunch of jalapenos. And yeah, he found out who was doing it. Actually had the emergency, the EMR or EMS guys come out because it was a lot more than the dude could handle. You would think they would get mad at the guy who did it, but actually when they found out that he was the one who was stealing the food, it's against company policy. They had all these notes and had been going on for a long time, so he actually got fired from it. So I guess
it
worked out, I mean, yeah, and it's just poor.
And he almost died, so he had a pretty good day.
I don't know if he almost died from it, but like he was suffering from it enough that he, I guess he got chest. I don't know what was going on with it, but EMS came out and I heard about it the next day. I'm just glad I wasn't there.
What kind of a person just eats something without looking to see what's on the damn sandwich, dude?
When you didn't make it yourself? Who eats somebody else's sandwich regardless? I wouldn't trust it.
Well, I mean, it's one thing if you're hungry and you just want to, steal someone's food, but I would at least look at it and see what it, You know what I mean?
I don't even get that. If I'm hungry, I just go buy my own food. Why am I stealing somebody's sandwich?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have money. I don't know. But still, I would look at my food before I... What if instead of putting jalapenos on it, he decided to, like, take a dump in it or something? You know what I mean?
Like, he'd be eating a shit burger.
You know what I'm saying? And then you just ate a shit sandwich.
Take a giant bite out and be like, this thing don't taste right.
Or maybe he thought they were pickles.
Ugh, I don't know. But yeah, I've heard some horror stories about people stealing other people's food. It's definitely not the right thing to do.
Why are you guys so gross?
I mean, I didn't say it looked like Nutella. I didn't say that with the little popcorn or the peanut things in there, crunchy Nutella. I didn't say that.
A little bit of corn on the sandwich and stuff.
Oh, it's hummus. It's black bean hummus.
Why do I hang out with you guys?
Why does this conversation always go to poop when you get here, Tara?
It's just my blessing.
I guess. That was a weird turn of events.
Yeah.
No wonder Cords doesn't want to talk to us.
Come on, like poop salad. What's that all about?
That would be a hard one to pull off. What are they, the croutons, and you cooked them up, left them there the night before, but like, yeah.
You'd have to like put some other condiment on there to camouflage the smell.
I don't know what you could put on there to camouflage poop, man. Really don't. I don't know anything. Mustard, maybe, but it's not gonna know.
Spicy mustard.
It's supposed to be
Have
brown.
you guys ever smelled poop?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stuff is potent.
I don't know what you can put on it. A heck of a lot of sage and saffron. Maybe saffron's really powerful when you put too much.
Almost nothing masks smell of poop. I would imagine that it's the same taste.
Do you think jalapenos don't have a smell to them, though? I mean, come on, man. That guy's an idiot. He deserved.
Well, he deserved it for smelling somebody else's
Jalapenos
food.
don't have a smell really until you actually
Cut them.
Yeah.
If you use like the little, like my dad loves the little tiny ones. I don't know what they're called, but they're like the size of a pea. They grow really well here in Texas.
There's a name for them too. I can't remember what they're called. It's, pepperoncinos.
I have no clue actually, but that's probably right. And they're not too powerful. Like they're very mild compared to most jalapenos. So that wouldn't be the ones that I use, but like if you wanted to put something on there that's really gonna wreck somebody's face, and I would never suggest this to anybody, but the ghost peppers, yeah, the ghost peppers or the bajouts, whatever you want to pronounce those, are pretty rough. And now I heard that there's something like 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times worse than the ghost pepper that they just discovered not too long ago. And the ghost pepper
It's called snot pepper.
It's a snot.
It's pretty much called the snot pepper because it turns your face red and you start just having snot come out your face.
I'm pretty sure that's what the ghost pepper did. If this one's more powerful than ghost pepper, it should be called like the EMS pepper or something. Straight to the hospital pepper.
It just reminds me of that Dumb and Dumber scene where they put the peppers on that sandwich, and then that guy bites them and or eats them and falls on the floor.
And he dies.
And they just laugh. They point at him and like dying laughing.
Those Dumb and Dumber ones, they took a turn on that last movie where you knew something was a little weird when the guy, the gag anyways, was that he was in a coma for like 15 years, and it turns out that he was just joking. For 15
I only
years.
watched half of that one. I don't know.
I never got all the way through it either. I got into like the first 20 minutes and I stopped.
Is that where they go back in time or something?
Ooh, is that what the story was?
I don't. My son was watching it the other day, and I'm like, wait, they're going? I don't know. It was weird. Or not back in time, but like, I don't know.
I like Jim Carrey, but man, I think he's a little. I hate to say he's too old, but I think he's a little too old to be doing those types of movies.
Maybe.
I like to see him go back and do movies like Once Bitten, which was like a fantastic kind of comedy slapstick.
They don't make movies like that anymore, dude.
You know, it's a shame. You know, they gotta have 1,000 scripts and then one sitting around just that they got in the 80s written by people that would still be pretty good.
Yeah.
At least I would hope they would.
They probably do. I'm sure they do. There we go.
You guys have a favorite comedy movie from the 80s?
I'd have to think. I don't know.
Stripes, Planes.
What's that movie with that guy?
Oh yeah,
Chevy Chase? I mean, you gotta give me a little bit more.
Has Richard Pryor, and at the beginning of the movie, someone
Brewster's
knocks on his
Millions?
door and says, "How's it hanging?" He says, "A little bit to the left."
I think that's Brewster's Millions, right? The one where he wants to be
Yeah.
a baseball
Yeah,
player?
That's a good one.
Yep.
That is a good one.
Yeah, unless you're talking about Toy. I think he was in Toy as well.
No.
That was not really
I
a
never
comedy.
really liked. I never really liked toys.
Toys with Robin Williams
Or
or Toy
Toy.
with Richard
Either
Pryor?
one. I never liked either one for some reason. I don't know why. The Gene Wilder
Also,
and
Big was
Richard
good.
Williams. That's good. What is it?
Big.
Big?
Yeah.
Tom
Oh,
Hanks.
Big was great.
I guess that was a comedy, right? I mean, comedy parts.
Do
in
you,
it.
you remember that one though? Richard Pryor was he blind and Gene
Oh yeah.
Wilder
yeah.
was deaf, and they were like together trying like as a spoofy little detective kind of a comedy or something like that.
Gene Wilder, the
There's-
guy from the Chocolate
Charlie
Factory.
and Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, I remember that one. I don't remember how that one ended though.
Mob. I can't. It's been a while since I watched that one actually, but that was a funny one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while either.
When was Spaceballs out? Is that the 90s?
Yeah, probably the early 90s.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
the 90s.
It's-
That's one of my favorite funny. I mean, comedies. Though. That's
Pizza
one of my
Hut,
favorite.
man. I remember that guy cracked me up and grossed me out at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't live where I'm living now when it came out, but I was visiting down here when it came out. So I ended up seeing it here in Florida before I saw it back at home.
With Spaceballs?
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's one of my
From
favorite.
the desert.
That's definitely one of my favorite. Blazing Saddles, dude, was amazing.
Yeah.
Not politically correct, especially
Oh,
nowadays
not
at
even
all.
close. Yeah, not even close.
I mean, but yeah, Mel
Wait,
Brooks
was it that what they
overall
were kind
was
of
great.
making fun of?
Yeah. They were South Park before South Park was South Park, maybe.
A little
Yeah.
bit. I think he had a little bit more English humor in his movies than South Park does.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Dude, that's such a good correct film. We have a little kind of like abandoned I guess like when I was a kid it was a movie place. We used to go to watch movies there all the time, cartoons and movies and stuff, and they turned it into an art theater, like where they do,
Plays.
crafts on one night, plays. Well, the one night they were doing. I wanted to go so bad, but one night they were showing Blazing Saddles, and I'm like, how are you guys getting away with, in the year 2017, showing the Blazing Saddles? They were doing like so many days of Gene Wilder or something like that when he passed away. Or well, when was that? Maybe it was 2 years ago or whatever when he passed. I can't remember. An anniversary or something. But anyway, they were
Passed
doing
away
that.
not long ago.
Yeah, was it last 2 years or something? Because I thought it
No,
was this year.
sooner than that.
Okay, well then that's what it was. But I couldn't believe they were getting away with showing that. You know what I mean? Like
Sometimes
you could just buy a ticket and go in.
Sometimes you just gotta play the movie the way it is, rather than go like the ET route and take out the machine guns with little walkie-talkies or something. It looks so ridiculous. You just can't go back and do that.
Yeah.
Do what with walkie-talkies?
You didn't see that where they redid ET and they put the walkie-talkies in the place of the machine guns? So the cops don't have
No.
guns, and the military doesn't have guns, they have walkie-talkies.
Dude, that
What?
I remember ET when I was a
You
kid.
haven't seen that? Oh,
Wait a minute,
man.
what?
Yeah, they were trying to make it all like they didn't want it to look, very violent and not Stephen King. What's his name? Not George Lucas. The other guy,
Disney.
Steven Spielberg. No.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is back when he owned it. He was going back and redoing all his things, and changing them up.
I remember that scene, like when they were chasing Elliot and him or whatever, you know, and the cops or the scientists or whatever. I actually, like, as a little kid was crying, dude. I was, like, so upset, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I was so scared and upset.
Yeah, I don't think kids nowadays would understand it, but that was a different era. Like, the movies, they weren't nearly as violent. If Saw had come out in the movie theater, people would have rioted. Like, people would have been burning the theater down. People would have been gouging their eyes out.
Yeah.
It would not have been the popular series that it was today. I think it needed to build up to that point.
For sure.
Got AFK a minute.
Doom is hitting me up on Skype. He says he's going to try to connect. I don't know what that means, but he's trying to connect.
Well, then we will go ahead and end the video here, guys, and hopefully Thoom will be joining us in a bit, and we might be heading over to Tower of Frozen Shadows, guys. So thanks again for watching. As always, I'm AC Gamer. If you're watching on my channel, go check out my friends here. We have Cypher Deck.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching.
We got Nano03.
Hey, everybody.
Terrafina.
I'm okay, but I hate you all. Oh, sorry. Never mind. She's going to kill me later.
We have Chupa, but he's AFK as well, guys.
I'm eating pizza.
Until next time.
Bye.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.